You ever scroll through Instagram and just feel like, well, like every success story involves someone's face right there, front and center.
Oh, absolutely. Smiling, presenting, basically being the brand.
Yeah. But what if, you've got something amazing to share, a skill, a product, a message, but you'd kind of rather stay off camera?
But that's exactly the idea we're going to unpack today. We're doing a deep dive into how you can build a really engaging Instagram presence, totally faceless.
Right.
Our main source here is Faceless Instagram Content Mastery, which has some, frankly, surprisingly great strategies. And actually, speaking of growth, if you are looking to boost your social media, face or no face,
Hmm.
you might want to check out rapidboost.net. They've got services to help creators and brands bump up their Instagram reach and engagement.
That's a good shout. And it's interesting, isn't it, this whole idea of being anonymous online with your work. It feels like it's more common than maybe we first think.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of people, even big brands, are choosing this route.
Why, though?
Well,
Is it just privacy?
well, privacy is a huge part of it for sure. But sometimes it's about wanting the focus squarely on the work itself, Or maybe representing a whole team where one face just doesn't cut it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And Instagram's own data kind of backs this up, right? Like theme pages can do just as well.
Totally. Their data shows these theme pages focused on a topic, not a person, often get engagement rates that are like right up there with the big influencers.
Wow.
Think about food bloggers where you only see their hands making stuff, or those massive pet accounts.
Oh, yeah, the pet accounts.
Exactly. Or designers just showing their amazing artwork. The focus is different.
It's true. You know them for the content, not the creator's face
Mhm.
necessarily.
Yeah.
So, okay, our mission today is to really get into the nuts and bolts of this.
All right.
We want to pull out those actionable tips, spark some ideas for anyone listening who's maybe a bit camera shy or just prefers anonymity.
Yeah, absolutely. Because whether you just don't like being on camera or value privacy or just think your work speaks for itself, there are totally ways to connect. So let's start with the basics. Why even go faceless?
Okay. Yeah, let's reiterate that it's not some weird niche thing anymore. It's a legit strategy.
It really is. And the source hits on a few key drivers. Privacy, like we said, is big. Not everyone wants their whole life online.
Understandable.
Then there's that deliberate focus shift. Like if you're an artist, you probably want people connecting with the art, right? Not your breakfast.
Right. Makes sense.
And for businesses or like bigger groups, a faceless brand can represent the collective effort, not just one person.
And there's a certain power in just letting the brand's voice, the quality, speak for itself, isn't there?
Definitely. The source talks about how by not showing your face, you kind of invite people to connect directly with the ideas, the creations, the actual thing you're offering.
So the substance becomes the focus.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that this focus can actually make things more relatable, more shareable. When it's about great ideas or cool creations, people connect with that. Your style, your captions, your knowledge, that's what hooks them.
Okay, so we're sold on going faceless. Now, the big question, what on earth do we post? The source has a bunch of ideas, starting with behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, but not like, here's my messy bedroom behind the scenes. More like process focused.
Okay.
Think like a shot of your desk setup, maybe a mood board, some early sketches if you're a designer, or just like a quick video of your workspace.
Like a little peek behind the curtain.
Exactly. It gives followers that insider feel, makes the finished thing feel more, I don't know, earned or real. It humanizes the process without showing you.
I like that. It does build connection. Okay, what about tutorials? But like from your viewpoint.
Yes, hands-on demos.
Yeah.
The key is keeping the camera focused just on your hands and whatever you're working on. So showing an art technique, cooking steps, crafting something, assembling a product. It gives real practical value. People learn something.
And they're just really watchable, aren't they? Okay, then there's flat lays and lifestyle shots. This sounds very visual.
Totally. Flat lays, those top-down arrangements can be super satisfying to look at if done well. Think about composition,
It's
balance,
aesthetics.
and curated lifestyle images like a cozy reading corner with your product nearby or a styled desk space. They draw people in, especially with good captions. They get shared a lot just for looking good.
Makes sense. What about more info-based content? Infographics, quote cards.
Oh, these are gold, especially for like educational niches or thought leadership. Tools like Canva or Adobe Spark make it pretty easy now.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Because they break down info visually or offer a bit of inspiration. Super digestible, highly shareable. People save that stuff.
Good point. And dynamic stuff, animations, video clips, no face needed there either.
Right. You can use your brand colors, logo, maybe animate product features. Short, punchy videos or stop motion can be really engaging. Check out #AnimationReel on Insta for ideas. Lots of cool faceless stuff there.
Okay, cool. And lastly, user-generated content, UGC, and collabs. That feels like it takes the pressure off you creating everything.
Hugely potent. Encourage your audience to share photos using your product or reviews or whatever, then repost it with permission, obviously.
Obviously.
It fills your feed, yeah. But more importantly, it builds massive trust. Social proof. And collaborating with other faceless creators. Great way to cross-promote.
Okay, tons of ideas there. But just posting cool pictures isn't enough, right?
Okay.
How do we build a distinctive brand without a face?
No, you're right. It's got to be more deliberate. The source really hammers home defining your visual identity.
Like colors and filters.
Exactly. A consistent color palette, consistent filters, a recognizable style for graphics. It's all about instant recognition in that busy feed. Our brains like patterns, right? Consistency makes you stand out.
Okay, visual consistency. Got it. But what about words? Captions must be, like, super important then.
Absolutely critical. They become your main way to show personality, tell your story, share little anecdotes about the work, offer real tips, insights, maybe some humor.
So the voice comes through the writing.
Precisely. A conversational, engaging tone is key. That's how you build loyalty and get people talking back.
And I guess you really have to lean into your expertise, right? If your face isn't the authority, your knowledge has to be.
You got it. Double down on showing what you know, share exclusive insights, break down industry news, offer deep analysis, become that go-to resource people seek out.
Interesting point from the source. Using brand symbols or mascots, like a non-human face.
Yeah, kinda. Think about brands in, say, fintech or gaming. They often have strong logos, icons, maybe even a mascot. Over time, these become visual shorthand for the brand, building recognition and even emotional connection without needing a person there.
Okay, brand established. Now, how do we actually engage people with this faceless content? Are certain formats better?
Yeah, the source points out a few winners. Stories are great for that off-the-cuff feel. Behind-the-scenes snippets, polls, Q&As using text or voiceover.
Quick and easy.
Right. And use highlights to save the best stuff so it doesn't disappear after 24 hours. Keep that evergreen content accessible.
And Reels, they're huge right now.
Yeah.
How do faceless accounts use those well?
Reels are amazing for reach. You can do quick tips, transformations before and afters are always popular mini tutorials using text overlays, voiceovers, trending sounds.
So you don't need a dance or point.
No. You can even film over the shoulder, just showing your hands or the subject. Focus on the action, keep it fast-paced.
Gotcha. Carousels, too, they seem smart for packing in value.
Definitely. Multiple slides mean you can tell a story, do a step-by-step guide, show off a portfolio, compare products. People spend more time swiping, which Instagram likes.
Good algorithm signal. And for info sharing, educational graphics, microblogs.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Digestible graphics, maybe slide-by-slide, paired with longer informative captions. Perfect for business, wellness, coaching. Stuff people want to save and refer back to.
Makes sense. And finally, if you sell stuff, good photos are still key.
Absolutely essential. High-quality shots of your products, styled photos, unboxing videos from customers maybe, demos, all totally doable without your face.
It's genuinely cool to hear this works. The source mentioned some success stories,
Right?
like the Minimalist Baker. 2 million followers, wow.
Yeah. And they rarely, if ever, show their face. It's all about those beautiful food shots, flat lays, process pics, pure culinary storytelling, and clear instructions. Shows quality content is king.
Amazing. And Wildflower Art Studio, just art stuff.
Yep, art materials, finished pieces, tutorials, but their branding, colors, fonts, style is so consistent you instantly know it's them. Great example of strong visual identity.
And the Financial Diet, using graphs and text.
Exactly. They prove that approachable educational content, real value, like financial tips, drives shares and saves, builds authority without needing faces.
These really drive home the point. You absolutely can build something big without being on camera. So, okay, let's get practical. Action steps for someone listening.
Right. The source lays it out clearly. First, define your goals. What do you want to achieve? And who is your target audience? Knowing who you're talking to shapes everything.
Foundational stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, then look around your niche, see what others are doing.
Yeah, do a little audit. See what faceless peers are doing well. What content resonates? How often do they post? How do they engage? Get inspired, but find your own angle. Don't just copy.
Right, authenticity still matters. Then, planning. Seems crucial for consistency.
Totally. Plan your themes, formats, use scheduling tools. Consistency builds trust and keeps people coming back. Gotta show up regularly.
And even without your face, visual quality is still super important.
Non-negotiable. Good lighting, clear photos, sharp graphics, especially when the visuals are the main event. Invest in editing apps, maybe some presets for a consistent look.
Makes sense. And you can't just post and ghost, right? Gotta engage.
Absolutely. Your personality comes through in the comments and DMs. Reply thoughtfully, ask questions in captions, be present. That interaction builds community.
And track what works. Analytics.
Yep. Use Instagram Insights, see what content performs best, what formats, what times, what topics. Test stuff, see what sticks, refine based on data.
Smart. And finally, hashtags and collabs. Even anonymous ones.
For sure. Good hashtags increase discoverability, find people interested in your topic, and collaborating with other creators, even faceless ones, expands your reach to new, relevant audiences.
So wrapping this up, it's really clear, isn't it? Building a memorable Instagram presence without showing your face is totally possible. And actually pretty powerful.
Yeah, the key takeaway is focus on your craft, your story, your visual brand. That's what attracts the right audience, the people who value what you offer.
It almost feels freeing.
Yeah.
Like you can experiment without the pressure of being on camera all the time.
Exactly. And success isn't just for the people comfortable being the face. Artists, entrepreneurs, educators, enthusiasts. Anyone can build something awesome facelessly.
So here's something to chew on. What unique story, what expertise could you bring to Instagram without revealing your face? And maybe think about how focusing just on that might actually create an even deeper connection with your audience.